it's the Jazz, Utes, Cougars, or Aggies, these guys have got you covered.
Time to eat, fellas.
You're locked on to Jake Scott and Ben Anderson.
1, 2, 3, move it.
On 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Jake and Ben, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Want to remind you to join JJ and Alex from 3 to 6 on Friday at Doug Smith Mitsubishi, 495 West Main Street in American Fork, just off I-15. No one knows Mitsubishi like Doug. It's What You Got Wednesday. If you're new to the show, Ben and I go head-to-head in 2 5-selection drafts, one sports-related, one not, and then we put it out for a vote. And how'd we do last week, Christian?
Last week, careers you wish you could re-watch. Jake, you won 58
Jake won.
to 42.
Wow,
Yeah,
comeback.
buddy, 58-42.
And Obscure Thankfuls, Ben, you won 54 to 46.
These are close. That was
Close.
good. That was one of our better battles.
All right, this I think the not sports one is going to be hard, but the sports one I think is going to be fun.
Well, I only have a list of 5, so I hope you don't draft any that I had
You have
gonna be in trouble.
the first pick
in the sports draft.
in the sports draft.
What's our sports draft today?
The topic today, in honor of the Big 12 championship, we're going to go best Cyclones or Sun Devils athletes.
I was a little surprised at how thin the Cyclones' athletic history is. Did you have that same battle, or am I missing some names?
It's not deep.
Kind of a stinker. And of course, we don't have to mix it if we don't want to, so I can just take all Cyclones or Sun Devils. I think there's an obvious number 1 pick.
I do too.
Number 1, Barry Bonds.
Okay.
Went to Arizona State. If you don't mind the cheating, he's the greatest baseball player who's ever lived.
All right. Not popular. Not going to get you a bunch of votes. Not
Probably
who I
not. Okay, it's not who you would have taken.
Nope.
Okay.
Jefferson W. Hornacek.
Okay. Iowa State. He is an
Iowa
He
State.
is probably. He's in the conversation for the best Iowa State basketball player of all time.
I would say he is.
Yeah.
But Jeff Hornacek.
On my list. I'm actually surprised you didn't go with this name. So I will take him number 2 overall. I can't believe I'm going back-to-back baseball. Reggie Jackson. Reg is one of the coolest players of all time. In fact, I think you drafted him last week on your careers you'd like to rewatch, right?
No.
Did you not?
No.
I'll take Reggie Jackson, though. No, you took who did you take? Who's the Steelers leader?
Ricky Henderson.
Ricky Henderson.
Oh, yeah, who's way
Yeah.
better than Reggie. I don't
No,
care
I mean
about
Reggie Jackson,
Jackson.
44 caliber killer. No, Reggie Jackson. 4 home runs and 4 at-bats? Or was it 3 home runs and 3 at-bats in the World Series?
Who cares?
Reggie.
All right. I'm glad this next one is left for me because I was worried you would pick it. Phil Mickelson.
Okay. Everyone hates Phil Mickelson.
Everyone around here loves
Not
Phil
even the coolest
Mickelson.
Golfer that has gone to one of these schools.
He married a Utah. He's very popular.
Yeah, right. He takes gambling advice from
You just took Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson's cool.
Nobody cares about Reggie
He's
Jackson.
a Major League Baseball Hall of Famer. All right. I will go with the beard. James Harden's easily the best basketball player on this list. He's a surefire first ballot Hall of Famer. He's got 2 MVPs. He's been awesome this year again. I can't believe he's still as good as he is. We talk so much about LeBron and his run. James Harden's been in the league forever too and is still playing at an all-star level. James Harden.
He stinks. I can't stand James Harden.
You don't have to like him, but he's an all-time great athlete.
See, I think this will get me lots of votes. I'm going to go with Pat Tillman.
That was going to be my next pick to undo the Barry Bonds pick. Yeah, it's the right pick.
Pat Tillman, great football player, sacrificed
Was an
for his
awesome
country,
football player.
served.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Yep. Pat, cool guy, Pat Tillman, no question about it. Man, I'm already at 3. You know what I'm going to go with in honor of our friend Christian? Jake the Snake, Jake Plummer, the greatest Arizona State quarterback of all time. No question about it. Now he just does ayahuasca all day long. He's like a dispensary.
Is that his thing?
He's gone totally off the deep end.
Very weird right now.
Yeah, he has gone. He never wears shoes. He's like the barefoot guy. Yeah, Jake Plummer.
I'm going to go this might be a reach for this guy, but actually, you know what? No, I'm going to sit on that for a minute. I'm going to go with Terrell Suggs.
That was going to be my next pick. That was going to be my final pick.
He's great.
He's eligible for the Hall of Fame this year. In fact, I think have they already done the NFL Hall of Fame, announced who made it from this class? He's in this class. He played forever. He was one of the names. Great Raven. Yeah. Terrell
Super
Suggs
Bowl
rules.
champion
Yeah.
Terrell Suggs.
All pro. Yeah. Pro bowler. Pro bowler.
Not a bowler,
Not a professional bowler.
but a pro bowler.
A pro bowler.
Uh-huh.
A professional bowler. All right. I will go with. I've got 3 names here. One of them I want to take won't get me any votes. So I'll go with John Rahm. Speaking of golfers, they're actually likable. John Rahm. And even he got way less likable. He had that unbelievable year, but kind of fell off.
You're not going to let me take William Rehnquist, huh?
You wanted to take Barry Goldwater.
I did want to take Barry Goldwater,
Are you guys making up names?
Arizona State alum. You've never heard of Barry Goldwater?
Barry Goldwater shaped
Controversial political figure in the 60s.
a lot of Reagan's policies, right? At least that
You
was
guys are
early
making
on.
names up. Say those again.
Barry Goldwater, it's not a player. It's not an athlete. Can't
And
take
William
him.
Rehnquist was a Supreme Court justice. You should know that one. I'll forgive Barry Goldwater. 2 Chainz?
He played basketball.
Did he?
take-
He's eligible.
2 Chainz played basketball?
2 Chainz.
I'm going to go with Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, that was in my conversation.
Balance it out a little bit with another Cyclone. And he's electric. I love Halliburton. He's one of the
He-
most fun players to watch in the league right now.
He's had one of the more precipitous drops I've seen from
Yeah,
players.
he hasn't
but
played well.
He had a really bad hamstring injury, and he never recovered from it. He was, last year to start the year, he was in that conversation for like, this might be the most exciting player in basketball.
Yep.
He flew up and down the field, the floor, I should say. He shot a bunch of threes, and for whatever reason, it just kind of fell off. But he had a bad injury. He is starting to play better in his last few games. I've kind of been tracking him a little bit just to see if he would come back, and he has. So, no, it's a good pick. Anyone we missed? Oh, some obvious names. Well, not obvious, but a name that we missed that I debated taking. My favorite jazz man of all time, Jamal Tinsley.
Let's review. I love JT. It's insanity.
Ben, you had the number 1 pick. You went Barry Bonds, Reggie Jackson, not the basketball player, James
No.
Harden, Jake Plummer, and John Rahm. Jake, you went Jeff Hornacek, Phil Mickelson, Pat Tillman, Terrell Suggs, and Tyrese Halliburton.
I feel like I smoked you in
Horny
this one.
and Tillman are going to get you a lot of votes.
I'm telling you, people love Phil around here.
They shouldn't.
PK loves Phil.
You shouldn't either.
Talk to you
Yeah,
about
because
Phil?
he went to Arizona State. That's why. He probably loves John Rahm, too. Probably loves Barry Goldwater.
He probably does. I thought about taking Al Michaels, but I thought you would scratch it.
Okay. Did he play sports? He's in sports.
He's in sports.
Yeah.
He has the most famous call of all time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now he's just grouchy on Amazon with Kirk Herbstreit, who he can barely stand. All right, what's our not sports related draft?
Non-sports today, we're going to go with worst money that you've ever spent.
Worst money spent. Okay. I feel like we're not going to overlap on this, and I actually, this is going to be more challenging.
Man, I've only got 5, so if you pick something, I have.
Okay, I have the number 1 pick, and we said this can't be in general, this has to be specific, but let me ask you how to phrase this, because this was maddening. I had a car shop, a repair shop, shake me down for like $1,000 when I was 16.
Yeah.
To fix something that wasn't broken, and then what actually was broken was like a part that the people that actually got to fix it threw in for free. So I spent $1,000 repairing something that
Spent
didn't need to
$1,000.
be repaired, and what actually did need to be repaired, it was like a $2 part that they threw in for free. So bad
Car repair.
car repair.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair.
Oh, I'm still angry about
Yeah.
that to this day.
Money haunts you. Mine is related to that. And it still haunts me too. And I love my car that I drive right now, and it's super reliable. But I bought the stupid $1,000 protection plan for like the dashboard system. And the guy's like, I can't let you walk out with this. And I was like, no, don't buy it. Don't buy it. I said it to myself 1,000 times, and I still caved to his pressure. So the car protection plan is still the stupidest thing I've ever bought. And it's like, I think it only covered up to 100,000 miles. It's like the computer inside my car is not going to fail in the first 100,000 miles. And now I'm over it. So I spent that was $1,000 out the door. So yeah, car protection plan.
Do you want me
feel
to
dumb
put
about
the
that.
prices on this?
No, because I don't actually have the price for all of these, but like, it hurts. That was painful when I walked in. Like, I know how much this car costs. I know how much I have, my down payment, and then tack on an extra G was not enjoyable.
Okay. I don't know how best to phrase this either, but I'm passionate about this one because I make this mistake repeatedly. I'll make it again today. Upsizing fast food. Like supersizing, you know what I mean? They give you 10 more fries and a bunch of beverage that I'm not going to drink.
You're not going to finish
and
it.
they charge you $5 more for it. You know what I mean?
The amount of popcorn I've thrown away at a movie theater because they're like, just get the large.
and it's
50
a
cents more.
Free refill.
Yeah. It's like,
And you're
I'm not
never
going to
gonna
eat 2 buckets of popcorn. I'm not going to do that.
They hand me the bucket of drink that I get about halfway through before I go into diabetic shock.
Yeah, right.
And 10 more fries. And yet every time that person goes, hey, would you like to upsize that? And I go, oh, yeah, why not? Yeah.
Only 40 cents?
Just flushing money down the toilet.
It's a good one.
So what, supersizing or upsizing fast food?
Yeah, supersizing fast food. All right, my second pick, again, it's vague, but it's specific because it has happened to me. Any traffic violation is the worst money you spend. The last time I got a traffic ticket, actually, I guess I got one because my plates were expired by a long time. I was parked right outside of our. It was like $25. It was not a huge deal, and yeah, I want to have a registered vehicle. I'm not trying to drive illegally. The last traffic violation I got was the day Quinn Snyder got hired, and I got a tailgating ticket because the guy in front of me was so afraid that there was a cop next to us. He was going 50 on the freeway, and so I'd go 65 and catch up, and he would kind of speed up a little bit, and then I'd go 65, and the cop was like, yeah, you're tailgating this guy. You caught up to him 3 times. You closed the gap is what the term used. You closed the gap 3 times. Like, he's going 50 on the freeway. Yeah, I closed the gap on him. Anyways. Traffic violations. Bad money spent. Never feels good.
No.
I always hate that money. That's money wasted. I know you got a parking ticket the other day.
I did. It is. It is literally just flushing money down the toilet.
Yeah.
All right. And this one I kind of am not bitter about, okay? But kids' clothes.
Okay. I have that on my list, so I'm going to drop that off.
Because kids' clothes cost more than you'd think.
Uh-huh.
It's like you're using a quarter of the material. Why is it just as expensive as the adult one? That doesn't make any. It's more expensive than you'd think. They wear it for 5 minutes.
Yep.
And then I went to Goodwill last week with a big old box full of kids' clothes.
Yep. Which is, it's where you should buy your kids' clothes. Because everyone's been in your situation. Someone just did it a year and a half ahead of you. I'm with you. And I'll take this off my list. I just had clothes that don't fit. But I was thinking specifically of kids' clothes. Yeah, you buy clothes. You wear them 3 times. And either they don't fit the kids anymore or you buy clothes for yourself. You're like, it looks good. I'm not going to try it on. You get home and it's just awful.
Oh, look at this cute kid's North Face coat. Oh, yeah, it costs $100, but man, that looks warm and that looks cute. And then they wear it for 5 minutes and it's too small.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
Okay.
well, I should have bought the Kmart special.
Yep.
Because it doesn't matter. Kids' clothes.
It's a good choice. Again, this is one that's happening to me every month right now, and I hate it, and I did it specifically, so I can't remember the game now. ESPN Plus is just awful. And I've got the Amazon, ESPN Plus, whatever bundle, Hulu. There is no, I think it's $18 a month. There is not a chance I've gotten my money's worth on this. There's not a chance. I could have rented all of these things that I've watched independently for $3.99 and saved $75 this year. There's not a chance I've saved money on this.
The mouse is evil, dude.
Yeah.
To have you subscribe to that and then not give you the best games or any games that are relevant at all.
Yeah, right.
Because they're on the
real mouse.
The real mouse.
Or ABC, and I can just watch it for free.
It's like as much as I like Rutgers versus Western Kentucky, why am I doing this?
No. Switch to the Dish Pros. 801-424-DISH.
Amen. All right.
ESPN Plus.
How many more of these?
This is your 4th pick.
This is my 4th pick. I feel like I've got to get a good one. How about food that gets lost in the freezer?
Yeah, it's a good pick.
You know, I'll buy something, whether it's vegetables or ground beef or whatever,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, oh, I'll have tons whenever I want, and I'll throw it in the freezer and immediately forget about it until next year when it's like, oh, I got to clean out the freezer, and I've got 3.5 pounds of beef, like chicken thighs that fill half the thing, ice cream that we bought 1.5 years ago. I mean, like food that gets lost in the freezer that's just gone forever and you throw it away anyway.
I went to Costco. I was like, I'm going to smoke ribs. I'm excited about it. Of course, Costco, you can't really buy one rack. So I was like, I'll just get a big thing. I spent way more money on it because I was like, I'll make some more. Do you think I'm going to sit when I'm like the day I'm hungry and I'm like, oh, ribs sound good? It's like, well, you got to thaw them out. So I hope you like ribs in 2 days because that's when they will be ready. So yeah, I'm with you.
Food that gets...
Food waste.
Food waste.
Yeah, food waste. Good pick. This one's very specific, but I bet you all of us have done this before because we're all in long-term relationships, and I bet anyone listening has done this as well. Do you remember your first Christmas with the person and you kind of know them, but you don't really know them that well? So you're like, I'm going to get them a lot of stuff, but I actually don't know what's that good, so I'm just going to kind of get them random crap or stuff that fits their needs but isn't as good as the stuff they already have. And I have a very specific moment. My fiance was like really big into makeup when we first met, but like had invested a lot. And I bought her like some really crappy brushes and a cleaning system that's like, yeah, you can't use those on good products. Like good makeup brushes, you can't wash this way. So just like first year dating Christmas, you spend a lot of stupid money. And I've done it in my relationships throughout. So bad like first year Christmas presents. I know that's pretty niche, but I think everyone's been there. I think everyone's been there.
I can't think if I was there, but I can't think of what I got her for our first Christmas anyway. I have no idea.
Probably crap.
Probably crap. But you just talked
to my
about.
point. Well, mine wasn't that long ago. Yours was certainly longer
But
ago.
my crap undoubtedly cost $8. You're talking about how you spent $300
honestly, that
on
was the
crap.
problem. I spent like $30 on makeup brushes when it's like, no, that's one brush. You can't get 8 brushes for $30. That's
right.
a stupid buy.
Let's review.
No, we're not done yet.
We're not done.
We each
We
got
have
one more.
Oh my gosh. I've got to think of another one. Bad money spent.
You've probably gambled away some stupid money.
Kyle, I'm not that big of a gambler.
Yeah, but we're not gamblers, either of us.
And I haven't. How about Kyle, I've already got a food one though. Maybe I don't want to go. I've already.
You have 2 food ones.
Jake's are
Yeah.
all food related.
I've got 2 food ones.
All right, why don't I go 5th and you can think of one?
Okay.
Is that
go
all
ahead.
right?
Yeah.
I had this thought yesterday because I had to make a quick stop because I was buying some stuff. And I was at a store where I used to have to shop when I was younger. And I'm glad I don't have to as much anymore. But like buying crappy furniture that you're like, it's not a long-term investment. You know it's made out of plywood. You know it's going to last you 3 years. The edges are going to chip. If you ever have to move, God forbid, it's going to get chipped as soon as it touches another doorway. Like it's going to disintegrate. Crappy furniture is a really bad investment. And I get it. You can't buy a $300 armoire or dresser. So you got to buy something crappy that you have to put together, and it's really difficult to do, but it's all you can afford. Like, I get it. But I hate that feeling of buying crappy furniture that you know is crappy, and you're like, this is not going to last me very long. And I'm actually going to spend twice as much in the long run because I'm going to have to replace it. So crappy, cheap furniture.
Okay. As seen on TV items.
Okay. I bought them.
If you've ever bought an as seen on TV
You think I don't have flex
item,
tape at my house?
I've done it multiple times, but the one I've got that burned me is the shrinking hose. You know what I'm talking about? The hose that when you're not using it will like shrink itself up. You know what I mean?
No, that hose is great. It comes pre-punctured. Yeah, it comes with holes already in it.
I can't remember even what I spent on it, but it had to be the world's crappiest hose. I mean, just the worst thing ever. And yet I'm watching it on the commercial and it's like, oh, hot dang, look at that hose.
I gotta have it.
And then I went to Target or something that has an as seen on TV section that I just happened to be walking by. And I look over and I'm like, it's the hose.
They got the hose.
Oh, yeah. Hot dang. It's the hose. And I bought that thing and it didn't even work.
Correct.
Like you said, it punctured a weekend.
Yep.
And it was like, oh, They got me.
Yeah, there's a reason your grandfather's hose was the one he had his whole life.
Yeah.
He got a good, like, reinforced double wall hose that's going to last forever, and it's a pain.
And yeah, it was hard to coil, but you know what?
He had it forever.
was
He bought it once.
It was around since Nixon.
Correct. He bought it one time, and it worked forever. Oh, I tried to fix a roofing problem at my house with as seen on TV stuff, and it ended up costing me $400 more because I kept buying crap instead of just getting the guy out to fix it. It's a good pick.
So there you go.
As seen on TV crap.
Oh, I got burned by that hose, dude. I'm still bitter. Stay tuned, more X 97.5. Wait, we got a review?
Yeah, review.
Quick review. Sorry, we're way over.
Jake, you had the first pick. You went a bad car repair, upsizing fast food, kids' clothes, food that ends up going bad, and as seen on TV
I think you're going to win.
items.
This is a good list. You got a good list.
Ben, you went with a car protection plan, traffic violation, ESPN Plus, bad first Christmas present, and crappy cheap furniture.
Yeah.
I like
Do you
your
have one that stands out, Christian? For
I like
you?
your ESPN Plus one.
Yeah.
Just the other day, I was telling you guys that, so we're putting Christmas lights up.
Mm-hmm.
My wife convinced me to buy this stupid pole that you put the clip on
no.
and then you slide it under the shingles. I spent 3/4 of the time on the ladder anyways.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Just get on the roof. Just
Yep.
get on the
Just
roof.
It would have
get
been
on the
easier.
ladder.
Yeah.
It would have been far easier.
Right.
All right. We'll wrap it up next. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present
This is JJ and Alex.
Watching Luke Batari play at the end of the game, watching Brandon Rose play like he did against BYU, is it fair to ask how in the world Isaac Wilson was QB2? Batari and Brandon Rose were better and more efficient in the reps they got than Isaac was as a backup quarterback this year. Those two guys have played better this year than Isaac Wilson did. Why was Isaac QB2? Why didn't they go to one of these guys earlier in the season?
I don't believe it. I don't believe that there's a conspiracy there that they were like.
I don't think it's conspiracy
They're
at
not as
all.
good.
I think they just chose Isaac as QB2, and that's how it was.
I think the reason they chose
wrote it
him,
out.
maybe he is a little bit of a spring and fall football warrior, like a fall camp guy. Maybe it was a Charlie Brewer situation. You're like, no, he looked like he won the job. Why would they have wanted to put Isaac Wilson in there prematurely if he wasn't ready?
I still believe in Isaac. I think he's great. I think there's a lot of talent there, but you can throw a kid out there too soon.
Catch JJ and Alex afternoons from 3 to 6. Presented by G2G Bars on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.